The end today of Victoria's machete amnesty. Penalties now in place for anyone who breaches the laws. Premier Jacinta Allan was out this morning and challenged on the success of her program.
If you only collected 9,000, that's $1,444 per machete. I mean, that's a very expensive program.
Well, no, Tom, you know those numbers are not correct. You know that.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, I know it costs 13 mil, and you said 9,000, so I've divided one into the other.
The investment in getting dangerous weapons off our streets is important.
Yeah, she reckons we've got the dangerous machetes off the street. Well, no machete's dangerous. They're dangerous in the hands of the people who want to do harm with them. And I fear for $1,400 per machete, all we've done is taken the machete off, someone like my mum who puts it to use in the garden, whacking away, and not the criminals.
Yeah, very much so, and tradies and the likes. And it's very similar to the gun amnesty in 1996 after Port Arthur. Look where we are currently with the firearms. They're a plethora on our streets. We can't get control of it. So they've taken away from the honest people. And these meatheads, I've been dealing with meatheads for 38 years. They're not going to say, oh, we're going to get a $47,000 fine or up to 2 years imprisonment. Where we want to be is if Jacinta's fair income in what she's saying, you've got to either mandate and say, you know what, you're caught with a machete now, 12 months in the bin, that's where you've got to be. And the other ones will say, we're going to do 12 months, but we're not going to be there. Then she goes on, we've given the police the powers. No, you haven't. The police want powers, the Jack law from Queensland. We keep on and on. Give police the powers. And it's great to see Chief Commissioner Bush come out this week, or last week, making declared areas for 6 months. He is the first Chief Commissioner who's been able to do that. That's been in place since it was enacted, 6 months. He's the first Chief Commissioner to say, you know what, for 6 months in the CBD and South Bank, it's going to be police can search you and without just cause. That's tough policing, and I think Bush is on the right trail.
And of course, if he had Jack's law, he would be able to do that anywhere across the state without having to declare a permit area. And
when it absolutely sickened me to read about the civil libertarians come out and other ones criticise, oh, well, they're going to abuse it. People going to the tennis. What an imbecile of a answer to say that, oh, the police are going to stop you going to the tennis or the football. So a husband and wife with a child, they're going to be stopped by the police. It's a nonsense. No. The police are still going to be accountable. And they're going to pick, OK, racial vilification, this type of stuff. No, well, they're the ones committing crime. They don't just say, oh, well, it's a mix of racial people involved in it. Well, they're the ones they're going to target. You know as a copper, you know in your guts, what are these group of bucks standing there for no reason, move on powers? They haven't got it. You know what? Let's target them. They said, oh, in the last time when they had those powers, over the period of years, they were able to stop, I think, 250. Well, there's 250 offences. They were proactively stopped by doing that. That's where we've got to be. And it's all rhetoric that this government's coming up with and saying, oh, the machete law has been great. Let's see what happens in penalty, and we'll still be getting, to this day, we're still getting machete attacks.
I think it's a bit like her bail laws, looking tough on bail laws recently, talking about these maximum penalties.
Correct.
I mean, you can have whatever maximum penalty you like. You have life for murder, but you rarely ever see anyone truly get life anymore. I'd be just more interested in minimums, real minimums, fair income minimums that actually got levied on somebody, that if they were told they're going to have 20 years in jail, they really meant they had 20 years in jail.
Well, look at what she said. Now, ultimately, the Children's Court, Magistrates Court have a limit of 3 years maximum they can send someone to jail. Aggravated carjackings and home invasions carry 25 years imprisonment and mandated 3 years, mandated. Now, the Children's Court and the Magistrates Court have not sentenced one, as far as I know, not 1 to 3 years imprisonment. So the county court ain't going to do that. She can come out and say, well, I'm going to tell judges to do that. You reckon the judges are going to take notice? They are, by law, have to implement the law as they're lawfully allowed to do in relation to penalty. Unless they mandate it, and they make the laws, the government, but that's where you've got to be. Mandate and say to judges, 3 years, or you're caught with a machete now, you're going to do 12 months mandated, and that's going to send the message that we want to keep us safe.